Hello everyone, welcome back to MMCS TV. We're actually still working on the new name of the channel, which is definitely coming up after this episode. I am Mandy, once again, and with me I've got Mr. David Berman. Hello David, how are you?
Good evening, how are you?
I'm good, I'm great actually.
Good.
Good weather, we're getting rain in Cape Town.
Yeah, we're going into winter, so it's a brand new experience again after summer.
True, just a little bit of wind here and there.
Sure.
Wow, so I would love for you to actually tell me more about yourself.
Okay, well, as you said, my name is David Berman. I grew up in Sea Point, in this little village, and I spent
Lovely.
the first 21 years here. And then I left Sea Point at age 21 to go professional.
Ah,
I toured South
professional.
Africa for about 4 or 5 years.
That's beautiful. You come from Cape Town, Sea Point. It doesn't get any more authentic than that, does
Absolutely. It's good to be home after
it? But
a
after
long
this,
time.
all this time,
Yeah, yeah.
why the move? Personal.
Well, I turned professional, and obviously, you work through an agent. So I went and played in Port Elizabeth 6 months. Then I went to Oudtshoorn, Middelburg, and I landed in Johannesburg. That was like a 4 or 5 year period.
Where are you?
In Johannesburg, yeah,
That you moved.
correct, yeah. And then I spent 23 years in Johannesburg.
So it's like a lifetime. But of course, it's good to be back. The vibe again in Cape Town. How different is it for you? That you're
Totally, it's like a different country, totally different.
back? You come back and
Yeah.
it's a whole new vibe, and adjusting yourself to actually find in that vibe.
Happy to be back. I loved Joburg for a while I was there, you know, but really good. I enjoy the chilled lifestyle. It suits my soul.
That's really good. Talking about chilled lifestyles, what is your sound actually?
I think, you know, now that I'm more of an older soul as a musician, I think I would put my songs down to kind of spirit based.
That's
I
beautiful.
kind of work through my soul,
That's
you
beautiful.
know,
And
as
also,
opposed to my physicality. Yeah,
and
sure.
understanding that, like you've said, that you're much more older. And how has your voice changed? Have you adjusted your
Totally,
music to it?
yeah, absolutely. It's got a lot
It
lower.
must. The singing in a lower range. No.
Yeah, which I like, I quite enjoy actually. So I've lost obviously the range of when I was younger singing,
I see.
and thanks to a lot of cigarettes, yeah,
You've lowered it a bit,
absolutely, yeah.
but it's still as spiritual as your
Yeah,
sound is, of course.
yeah, that's just
That doesn't change.
just got a different tone.
That's very
You know.
true. So how did you come about started music? Did you just love music?
I think, you know, when I look back at my life, I remember when I was 10, my parents
Quite
got
young.
divorced, and I think that was the first moment in my life where kind of my heart broke, and that changed me from that young age. And I think I turned to music. I mean, I'd heard music before, but I think music impacted me because with that first broken heart, I needed an escape. And music is fantasy. It's not real. Music's not real. It's an illusion. It actually should be called magic. So I think the music gave me an escape, you know. And I think that was the beginning, just listening to music. I couldn't play anything yet. I come from a musical family. My mom was a really good jazz pianist. She never got to
That's
play
quite
because
musical.
in those years, women weren't allowed to do things like that, you know. So I think that was basically how the music started, as an escape.
I have to say that's, you know, it's a beautiful story, but of course you get a beautiful story after tragedy sometimes.
Yeah, but it's a good story because then
It's
that's
a
your
great-
destiny.
It's your destiny, and
Correct,
you've
yeah.
stuck with music. Like, have you taken a break with it in
I
between?
did.
Or
Yeah, I did. So I told you I left Cape Town and I toured for 4 or 5 years, landed in Johannesburg,
Spur?
and then met a woman, and we had a child, a kid, who's now 37.
Wow.
And so I gave up music for 13 years. I got involved in the corporate world, and I had pretty much of a successful career. But then after 13 years, something inside was screaming, you know. I had to get out of that corporate world, which I stopped enjoying. And I guess music was something I knew that I could connect to myself. So it was a whole journey, you know.
I see. So it wouldn't be fair to ask you, if you hadn't done music, what would you do? Probably a corporate then?
No, that's not my thing. I can do it, okay, because I can shapeshift to any creature on this earth. I think
That's
I'd start a
versatile.
revolution.
You'll start a revolution.
Yeah.
I have to clap
We
for
need
that.
a
Very
revolution.
interesting.
And I'm not talking a violent one, I'm talking a peaceful
A
revolution.
peaceful
We
revolution.
need to change planet Earth. We're going nowhere. That's just the hard, horrible fact.
Oh, that's beautiful. You know, it just links up with your spiritual sound that you aim for and peace.
It's an inconvenient truth, but it's a reality. We're going nowhere. So, yeah.
And I'm sure you find the guitar as quite a peaceful instrument for you.
Yeah,
That you
you know,
learned?
I fell in love with the song. I fell in love with the melody and the story. And as much as I appreciate the bass guitarist, the keyboard player, the trumpet player, and all the musical instruments, I didn't fall in love with an instrument. I needed an instrument so that I could write songs. And the guitar was easier than the piano. You know, I could carry it around. So, and there happened to be, so when I was about 15, a friend of mine, because we had put a band together, but it was a kids' band. I tried to play drums on cake tins. But he used to leave his guitar at my house with a little book which had chord charts. And so I think then my passion, my desperation to learn, so I taught myself.
Did he know you were using his guitar?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he
that's
went to
cool.
boarding school, so he left it during the
You
week.
left it. It's so right.
And
it's
so,
here.
yeah, it became my drug, my addiction. Every day I'd pick it up and try to perfect these chords.
From a simple book with
From a
chords, and you just taught
Well,
yourself.
we never had the internet and the luxury
Wow.
of today's...
Now that's a lot more harder than
I
having
reckon.
to.
Correct, yeah. But I think also within that, feel was the important thing. You know what I mean? Whereas today, I think today's musicians have got probably technically better than the musicians of yesteryear, is because they've got the luxury of amazing equipment and guitars and technology and whatever. Whereas in our day, you had to play by ear. You know, all the equipment was not as good as today's. So, so I think the emphasis was on feel as opposed to the technology that's in modern music. You know?
Wouldn't you say that's a lot more spiritual, actually?
Yeah, look, I don't want, because a modern musician would give you another answer. So I think it's all relative.
It's all relative.
But it's what it is. And I can't read music, I can't write music, and I don't have a desire to learn it. I like to be like a blind man playing music, where it's just on feel. And you're either going to like what I do or you're not. But it's real, it's feel.
So I think you've said before that you are actually a songwriter. You've got your own originals. Take me through the creative process when you decide to write.
Cool. Okay, so there's obviously, I mean, as a songwriter, I've heard so many guys explain their way, and that's cool. But I think the way that almost it decided for me was that I never ever, or very rarely, set out and say, okay, I'm going to write a song today. Because I think that's like you creating not something on energy, you trying to force the song out. So that doesn't work for me. So for me, it's kind of, I pick up my guitar and I mess around with a few chords, and then I become inspired by a feel, by a groove, and I just listen. I listen, and it's almost as if it's in the cliche, I guess, it's like a channel. And then as the chords are rolling or moving, or whether I'm picking or strumming,
feeling it.
Yeah, something happens. And then without thinking, I start singing, the words just come. I suppose like a rapper can freestyle.
Oh, wow.
Then the words just kind of come, and then and I just roll that over and over and over and over, and I either get excited about that, and then I'd quickly run around and get some paper and remember the words and whatever, or I scrap it, you know.
So your best work of songwriting just comes like that in a moment.
It comes in that moment, yeah, of like being a channel, but like being a receptor to a melody and to story. And based on that, just to put a lid on that, I've been on this earth quite a number of years, so I'm a vessel of experiences in life, and I think so that's kind of in my computer. So when the words come, it comes from within and without.
You know, that is very spiritual.
That's how I work.
I have to ask you that, of course, as you've said, that your song choices are quite spiritual as well, I'm assuming, since
Yeah.
your sound
Yeah.
is much more spiritual.
Correct, yeah.
And with
The
the
lyrics
message.
are important, extremely important, the story.
The story in it.
Yeah.
So is that what also influences, let's say, your song choices when you perform? Or do you perform currently?
I do, but I've been a cover artist because just that's the way things roll in this country, mainly in this country. So I've been a cover artist playing the softer side of music, more the folk kind of thing, Cat Stevens,
Yes.
Rodriguez. I'm a huge Leonard Cohen fan. And so I play the softer
Wow.
side.
That's
I think all my life I saw myself more as a songwriter because my voice is kind of different. And that
it's
would either
definitely
be
with the
accepted
role
or
as
not.
well.
But I mean, at this point, if I can go sing my songs and people like them, then that would be
And if you had to perform
Yeah.
with, I mean, you've just named these musicians right now.
yeah.
Cat Stevens, who, do you like Bob Dylan?
Love Bob Dylan, sure.
He's
Sting,
got the
Bob
Sting,
Marley,
Bob Marley.
Lionel Richie.
Right there.
So those
on
to
that
me
mark.
are the real songwriters who understand commercial melody. I love pop music.
Who would you perform with if you had to choose?
Wow. If I had to, my ultimate, I guess, is Leonard Cohen. But I'd
Leonard
have to
Cohen.
die to go perform with him.
So what will you be performing for us today? Your originals or with covers as well?
Yeah,
A cover.
I've decided to go with 3 songs, 2 ballads, and the third song, which I'll end off, is I kind of see it as less of a song and more of a message. It's a simple song where it's got very few words because I want the message to come across. It's the verses kind of is a message of love, and the spoken word of the middle of the song is really where we are as a civilization. What I spoke to in the beginning, where I think planet Earth is, we're in trouble. Optimistically, we're in trouble. I am an optimist.
You are such an interesting person, I must honestly say. So if somebody is watching this right now and they would love to get in contact with you or book you or all of that, where can they find you?
Well, I could give my cell number, which I'm not gonna, but they can contact you guys over here, and I'd be honored. I'd love. I mean, that's, in 1996 I left the corporate world, and we're now in 2021. So you can say I've been failing with my songs for those 20 odd years. So I would love to complete my life where people listen to my songs, that hear my songs, because my songs will make a difference in their life. And that's what a true songwriter's dream is, for their song. It's not about the ego. It's for their songs to make a difference in people's lives. That's what songwriting is about to me.
And for each word that you write, you
Absolutely,
you draw all
and each
of that.
melody note that goes out into the universe, it's all by
Right
design.
there.
Yeah.
This was lovely. Thank you so much for joining us and
I'm
gracing
honoured
us
to be
with your
here.
presence. We're
Thank
quite
you.
honoured to
Thank
be
you.
interviewing you.
I hope that people enjoy the music, and thank you once
Certainly.
again.
Thank you once again. Thank you,
Cool,
David.
Cool.
That was David Berman, and he'll be performing just a little bit later for us. So thank you so much. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think love is a fantasy. It's a beautiful fantasy, and this first song is called "Rising," and it's all about one person trying to do something for another person, and in return, they help them rise. I guess that's the best way of summing it up. So yeah, it's rising. All these things I need to say to you. All these things I want to do for you. Make me whole again and just pretend I will be rising again. I made a blind man see he was beautiful, and all his dreams he shared for me and you. Oh, Andy, he made me whole again, said be my friend. We will be rising again. Question, need answers. How's a boy needs a girl? These questions all need answers, just as a God loves his world. All these things I need to say to you. All these things I want to do for you. Make me whole again and be my friend. We will be rising again. Questions, oh, need answers. How's a boy needs a girl? These questions all need answers, just as a God loves his world. All these things I need to say to you. All these things I want to do for you. Make me whole again and just pretend I will be rising again. Rising, I will be rising again. Oh, rising. So this song is called Take Me or Leave Me, and I'm a Scorpion man, so I've got a particular way about me, and there's, I guess, a particular woman that I'd be looking for. So the verses of the song are aimed at basically the sensual side of love and romance, talking to that woman. And the chorus is, like the title says, take me or leave me, because I've got my particular way, and that's what it's about. Take me or leave me. In between this mess, your little purple dress, I wanna see through you, babe. You're everything I like, we are the moon tonight. I wanna burn for you, always for you. Take me or leave me, or I wanna rise with you. Take me or leave me, yeah, I wanna jam with you. I'm your wedding night, I love your dress so tight. I wanna buzz with you, touch you inside. I know the life's a play, I wanna play away. I wanna be your star, just be your flame. Take me or leave me, or I wanna rise with you. Take me or leave me, I wanna jam with you. So if you stay for just another day, and then you'll say we'll be okay today. Take me or leave me, or I wanna rise with you. Take me or leave me, I wanna jam with you. Take me or leave me, I wanna rise with you. Take me or leave me, I wanna jam with you. Oh, I wanna rise with you. Yeah, I wanna jam with you. Oh, I wanna jam with you. Oh, I wanna rise with you. This is less of a song and more of a message or statement. It has a repetitive verse which is all about love, the giving of love. And there's a middle piece which is it's a spoken word. And basically, like I said in the interview, it's more about the state of planet Earth and what we've done to it. So this is just a shout out, the message that I'm trying to get across. But ultimately, it's about love. And it's called Yeah. The world keeps turning as I close my eyes, and I keep thinking of your song. For I am someone deep in love with you, and I say yeah, yeah, yeah. And I say yeah, yeah, yeah. The land called the world, bound by mystery, unravels its raft to the four corners, in remembrance of evil that mankind inflicted upon its own garden. The world keeps turning as I close my eyes, and I keep thinking of your song. For I am someone deep in love with you, and I say yeah, yeah, yeah. And I say yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, and I say yeah, yeah, yeah. The world keeps turning as I close my eyes, and I keep thinking of your song.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've just heard David Berman play his songs right there. They were originals, right?
That's correct.
I reckon
That's
they
correct,
were all originals. And of course, some of you are wondering the titles and what you felt more connected to. So maybe you can just round it up for me and really the songs.
Cool, yeah. Okay, so the first one is called Rising.
Rising.
And I think for me, love is a beautiful fantasy. And so,
You
so
call
the
it a
song,
fantasy?
yeah, because we aspire to love. That's our
Yes.
purpose, to come to earth. And I think, so the song's about me and the listener, kind of having a discussion with their partner. And it's about what you want to say and what you want to do. And also in return, the song Being Rising, it's that somebody that can lift you up, you know. So this can also be a song where somebody's down and they need to be up. So it's a very positive message.
Right.
And then the chorus, really, the questions and answers is just me digging deep into what's going down on planet Earth. We are then kind of say, questions need answers, like a boy needs a girl. Questions need answers, like God loves his world.
And the second song was I Wanna Hear.
Second song was
That's it.
Take Me or Leave Me. I'm a
Take
male
me or
Scorpio.
leave me.
Yeah, that's the one. And so I've got a particular, I suppose, maybe...
Such a catchy chorus.
Thank you, yeah, yeah. So Take Me or Leave Me is, I've got my own way of what I'm looking for, and there's a particular woman that I'd look for. But she must be able to, with what I give, take me or leave me. This is who I am. Yeah, I'm going to give you my truth, and it's either take me or leave me. So that's basically that. And then the third song, I think I said at the beginning of this conversation, is it's more of a song, it's more of a message or a statement. It's back to the verse being very much about love. And then the spoken word is what I feel is in 4 short lines, going down what we've done through our ego, because the ego really is the dark side of mankind. That is kind of the devil.
As they say in psychology.
Yeah. So I'm just really highlighting what's on planet Earth, but then I ended off on the high with the verse, which is the part about love. And that's what the songs are about.
Would you consider other people singing your songs more now that you actually are quite connected to?
Yeah, listen, my first choice would be to have other people sing my songs. But I do enjoy singing my songs.
Your own songs.
I think preferably I'd like to do without me playing, because then it gives me time to concentrate more on the story. And obviously it would be nice to have a full arrangements and a full band. And then I'd be more comfortable kind of thing. So I think up until now I'm a nervous songwriter. Just trying to sing
I wouldn't say, you hide it very well.
Yeah, of course.
You do. Thank you, David. Thank you.
My pleasure, and thank you for inviting me to your platform. And I'm sure it's going to be a success.
This is lovely.
Yeah, and I hope maybe I'll get invited back.
Oh, absolutely, actually. David is actually our guitar teacher. We know each other on a personal level, and it's really lovely.
Cool, yeah. I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David.
Cool.
Once again, that was David Berman. Really amazing artist, in my opinion. And in yours. I'm sure after you heard the music, you can say the same as well, of course. And thank you for joining us again for the second episode of MMCS TV. But now we've got a name. It is Your Music Radar. Catchy, isn't it? Really catchy, I have to say. And if you'd like to contact us, sponsors, and whoever you are, get engaged with us, find our link, of course, right on top, and follow the link and everything else from there. It follows, sure. Once again, my name is Mandy, not Kwaninga, but I never say my surname. You can never pronounce it. So this is Mandy signing out. Ciao.